Very good morning to all the students. I hope you all have seen part 1, 2 and 3 of chapter 6 World War after 1945. Now in part 4 we are going to discuss about partition and unification of Germany, and also we are going to discuss about disintegration of Soviet Union. Now let us begin. Partition and unification of Germany. Germany was the main cause behind both the world wars. It faced a humiliating defeat in World War II, and all its states, administration, and economic collapsed completely. And there was not a single large party that was left in the whole of Germany that could rule the nation. And in addition to that, there was fear that Germany would pose threat to the world once again, and if it is emerged as a military power once again. So therefore the defeated Germany was divided into four administrative segments. See, the divisions of Germany at the end of the Second World War, administration and economy of Germany, that was completely totally ruined, and there was not a single large party left in the whole country that could rule the nation. And moreover, what happened, Germany had held responsibility for both the wars, so the world feared that Germany may lead the world to another war. And due to this reason, what happened, the powerful nations of the world, they have decided to divide Germany into four parts, and it was also decided that these four parts would be controlled by four different countries. See, therefore, it was accepted that Eastern Germany would remain in their control. This is the Soviet Red Army. In the later phase of the war, they have captured the eastern part of Germany. So, East Germany, that was under the control by Soviet Red Army, that is Soviet Union, and therefore it was accepted by this they will control it. And whereas it was decided that America would control southwestern side of Germany, southwest Germany, that was controlled by America, and France would control its area near France. See, the area of Germany near France was it that was controlled by France, while Britain would control areas of Germany bordering Belgium and Holland. And see, the area of Germany that were touching to Belgium and Holland, they were controlled by England. See, a coordinating committee that was established to maintain administration to these parts of these countries. So that was about Germany and its capital Berlin, that they were divided into following four parts. Now we'll see the unification of Germany. See, America, France and Britain, they started thinking about certain alternatives arrangement, and meanwhile an atmosphere of distrust and doubt that had already started between the two power blocs. See, America and other Western European country, they established Federal Republic of Germany, and this was administered jointly by America, Britain and France. And on the other side, the Soviet Union, they also declared East Germany as Democratic Republic of East Germany. And thus, after the war, two independent German states, they came into existence, namely West Germany, that is called Democratic, and East Germany, they were communist. And as Germany's three western segments were united, and three administrative segments of Berlin, they also united. See, in the unification of Germany, the divisions of Germany, they were into four parts, and was also a temporary arrangement. See, it could not sustain longer, and the controllers of Germany, namely America, France and Britain, they started thinking about another alternative arrangement. And meanwhile, what happened, an atmosphere of distrust and doubt had already started between the power groups, that is America and Russia. So the Soviet Union feared that in any new arrangement it would lose its control over East Germany. And see, America, France and Britain, they unified parts of Germany, and the regions of Berlin that were under their control, and they declared those areas as Federal Republic of Germany. And see, on the other hand, Soviet Union, they declared East Germany as German Democratic Republic, and they established its government there. And thus, as a war, two independent German states that came into existence, and they were namely West Germany, that is democratic, and East Germany, communist. And see, Western Germany had more political freedom, and its economic was growing faster, and hence many learned and prominent citizens of East Germany, they started migrating towards West Germany for enjoying these benefits. And see, in this reaction, so this what happened, Soviet Union in April 1948, they declared Berlin blockage. See, because of this, in the reaction of all these things, the Soviet Union in the year 1948, they have declared the Berlin blockade. And see, a very tense, this resulted what into a tremendous tension between the Soviet Union and the Western countries. And later on, a high and 42 kilometers long wall separating western and eastern Berlin that was constructed. See, a very tense situation that arose between the western countries and the Soviet Union. And see, later on, to prevent this migration, Soviet what they did, they constructed a 42-kilometer long and high walls that was between east and west Berlin. And see, the communist government, they tried to prevent thousands of East German citizens from jumping and entering into free atmosphere of Western Germany. See, later the communist government, they tried to prevent thousands of Eastern German citizens from jumping and entering into a free atmosphere of West Germany. Many people lost their lives in doing so. See, in this, while many people also they lost their lives while doing so. After about 4 to 4.5 decades, Western Germany made an astonishing development. See, after about what 4 and a half decades passed, Western Germany they made an astonishing development, and developed experts consider this as a German miracle. And see, the expert they have considered this as a German miracle. There was no remarkable change in the economic condition of East Germany, and the East German communist government they crushed all the hopes of its people for political freedom and rapid economic development. See, they what the expert they considered this as a German miracle, and on the other hand, what was there? There was no remarkable change in the economic condition of Germany, and the East German communist government neither gave any political freedom nor a rapid economic development to East Germany. Till 1990, many important and far-fetching changes that took place in international politics, and owing to many reasons the Cold War among superpowers also ended. See, in the year 1990, many important and far-fetching changes that took place in the international politics, and these year witnessed cracks in the otherwise impermeable Soviet Union. See, owing to these changes at international level, there was these years they have witnessed in the cracks, and in the Soviet Union, and ultimately what happened? Soviet Union was disintegrated, and see, the Cold War among the superpower ended, and moreover what happened? The Soviet Union they got disintegrated. As a consequence of it, on October 3rd, 1990, both the German united, and people broke down the German walls, which was a symbol of German division. See, moreover, what happened? The Soviet Union they got disintegrated, and because of this, what happened as a result of this? Both the East and the West Germany they got united on 3rd October 1990, and the people broke down the German walls, which had become a symbol of German divisions. People considered demolitions of the Berlin Walls as the end of the Cold War era, and they celebrated the occasion wholeheartedly. Today, unified Germany has turned out to be the strongest economic power in Europe. After 1990, they have made a tremendous efforts to be the strongest economic nation in the last decade, and today it has become one of the most important and leading nation in the Union. See, some also believe that demolitions of Berlin walls has ended of the Cold War era, and they celebrated this occasion with great zeal and happiness. And today, unified Germany is one of the strongest economic powers of Europe. And see, Germany they has made a tremendous economic development also in last 1.5 decades, and is one of the most important and also a leading nation in the European Unions. Now we will see is that was all about unification and partitions of Germany. And now we will see is the disintegration of Soviet Union. So disintegration of Soviet Union. During the last decades of the 20th century, Soviet Union Prime Minister Mikhail Gorbachev's liberal policy led to the disintegration of Soviet Union, Russia. Peaceful disintegration of Soviet Union is considered as epoch-making in the international politics. Mikhail Gorbachev became the prime minister from a socialistic side on 11th March 1985, and he had a liberal attitude. Russia had progressed tremendously in the field of science and technology. They also acquired capability to compete with superpowers like America. See, during the last decades of 20th century, Soviet Union they got disintegrated under the leadership of liberal-minded president of Soviet Union, namely Mikhail Gorbachev. And see, the entire disintegration of Soviet Union that took place very peacefully. And see, this is also considered as an epoch-making event in the international politics. Mikhail Gorbachev he became the General Secretary of the Communist Party in 1985, and he then became the first president of Soviet Union on 11th March 1985. And see, Gorbachev he adopted two economic policies. See Gorbachev he adopted two policies, that was glasnost and perestroika. And in this way, Gorbachev introduced economic and political reforms in the place of single-handed communist rule and the stronghold of Communist Party, the Soviet branches and the Red Armies, they started weakening. See, in this, what is said that Gorbachev he adopted two economic policies that was known as glasnost and perestroika, and he also to introduce the political reforms in the Soviet instead of allowing a single-handed communist rule. And see, as a result what happened, a strong hold there was on a communist party, and the Soviet bureaucracy and the Red Army they started weakening. And in 1990 the process of disintegration of Soviet Union began, and towards the end, out of 15 states 14 states became independent, and disintegration of Soviet Union came to an end in December 1991. See, this lead what happened as a result, this there was a result of that Red Army they started weakening, and this led to the process of disintegration of the Soviet Union. And by the end of the process, in 14 out of 15 states became independent and separate from the Soviet, and the complete disintegration of Soviet Union ended by December 1991. And see, the Russia which was before a part of Soviet became a separate country after this disintegration, and Russia progressed tremendously in the field of science and technology, and it also acquired capability to complete the superpowers like America. That's all was about disintegration of a Soviet Union. I hope you have understood this. See why the Russia is a powerful nation even today. See, if it has been asked, if it has been asked in the question, so what you'll write? See, during the 90s, the Soviet Union they got disintegrated into 15 states, and the states which did not disintegrate they joined and became a separate nation known as Russian Federation of or Russia. After disintegration, Russia they focused on its development in all the areas, and the Russians they worked very hard and they progressed greatly in every field. So today Russia has gained self-reliance and it possesses one of the best military and economic power. So therefore Russia is a powerful nation even today. That was about how, if it has been asked to give reason, Russia is a powerful nation even today. So you have to write this thing. I hope you all have understood this. Thank you.